This is a demonstration of random API web application. And this is hub type application, just like a Docker hub or NPM hub. So here is can be a bunch of different users with accounts, and each user can add something own to this hub. And for that hub, this is basically collections of elements, for example, fruits or cars or maybe first names. Basically items that can be grouped like in one group. And after that, users can access these tables via API and get that items in a random order that can be useful, for example, when we are creating some game where we need to give name to a bot, and when we don't want to use some hard-coded name like player one or bot one, so we need to when we need to use a human name, for example, Mark or Mike, and when we can use that application, or maybe when we need to add placeholders to HTML forms with some examples of how in what form we need to put phone number or email, and so on. Or maybe in such applications when we need to quickly test or maybe even implement some our own algorithm. And basically when how it is usually done, it's done like we are just creating random integers or float numbers, and we are doing something, for example, sorting that numbers from small to big, and maybe we need we wish or we must to check out our algorithm. Will it work with strings, not just with numbers? It's maybe it's just more fun, and this is just examples in when we can use that application, and it's created more for developers than rather than for normal users. So let's sign in to our account here, and here we can see a profile page. We can here create our own table or see already created tables, and we can see here collections from collection from tables which is made by our users. So let's have a look at, for example, cars table here, and here we can see cars table name, some description, who is owner, and some tables and elements. And here we can see the link to that API that I was talking about. Here is basically like basic path. After that goes username and table name, and after that you need to use own token, and if you wish, you can specify how much items, how much elements you need to get. We can update that table if it is our table, or delete table. Yeah, and here I can, I have already done this request to the API to cars table. I asked for 5 items, and here they are, basically in the result array. Here is just five different cars. And as you can see by IDs, they are just in random order. And yeah, again, you need to use token. Without token, and you will not get your items. So let's go back here, and create table form is pretty basic. So here you can put table name. It should be unique for your account, and some description, which is optional. And here you can add just table elements. And here is an example. You're just specifying them and separating with that and with comma, yeah. And here you can see that you can also choose what kind of access type this table has. It can be public, that means that every user can see it in the hub and use it. Access required, this is the table that every user can see it, but users need your permission to use that table. And private, yeah, obviously nobody can see it and use it except you, of course. This. And let's have a look at hub itself. Here is a search field. We can search for tables, and here we can see the whole tables that we have at the moment, which was made by over users. Green means that it has public access, and yellow means that we need to get access to a table. Yeah. So here we can see that this is test, and here's some elements of this table. If we wish to use that table, we can send a request to the table, basically after that we just need to wait when it appears right here, and we can use it. And let's have a look. How does it look like? And here is a message from our user test, which wanted to get access to a cars table. And here is a message from them: give me access, please. You can confirm it, you can decline it, and yeah. Well, let's confirm. Yeah, and it's gone. And here is settings. Well, basically here we can see our tokens. At the moment, every user can have so many tokens that it has, but well, it can be the number of maximum tokens can be set as well pretty easily. And here we can delete account our account if we wish. Yes. But yeah, of course, the idea of tokens is that there is a limit of how much elements each user can use. The amount of that elements can be increased or decreased really easily via .env file with settings of that application. And as I was saying, that application is meant more for developers, or maybe for data scientists, but not for regular users. Yeah. So this is it. Thank you for your attention.